Learn how to use the find method to search through a typed array and retrieve the very first element that passes a specific conditional evaluation test. So here's my boilerplate code, and we want to look at how to use the find method alongside typed arrays in JavaScript. So imagine you are running a quick scan across a row of numbers. You want to pick out the first number that matches a specific group. For example, finding the first number that is greater than 20 or 18. The find method lets you write that rule as a tiny tester function. So check your numbers from left to right, and then immediately it finds a match, it will stop and hand that exact number directly back to you. So let's look at an example that satisfy a testing conditions like this. So I'm going to go ahead and create a typed array of 16 array from the source data set. So I will make my typed array, I call it my array equals to int 16 array, and passing my array inside my method. So 1 to 9, or it could be any other thing. So this is common. So let me do something else, maybe like an interval of 5, 15, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45 to 50. So to 55, fine. So I have my typed array of integer 16 array constructor. So now that I have this integer 16 array, it's time to scan that element from left to right. Scan the element from left to right to find a match. Don't forget that we are trying to see how you can use the find method to satisfy a testing condition on your typed array to find using the testing arrow function. So we want to use an arrow function to scan our elements from left to right. And how do we do that? Well, let me make a variable and let me call it first match, since that is what we are looking for in our code. And then I can call my array and then the find method. And inside this find method, well, I can pass in elements like this, but in my case, I'm not using 30. I want to use 18 as a testing condition. Now, note, these elements that you have here could be anything. For example, I can change this to X, and then this will be X. So this will still work. So you can name it element or name it any name of choice. So now that I have done this, it's time to display results. Display the results. And so I can just go ahead and call on document.get element by ID. Then inner HTML equals to first match. And now you can see 20, because if you look at our typed array, the first number that is greater than 18 here is 20. If you look closely at what we have. So what we just did in this example is that we use this myArray.find, this part of our code, to iterate over every element of our integer 16 array. So it skips 10 and 15, and then it evaluates this next number, which is 20, and which is greater than 18. So this immediately halts our scan immediately, and then it will return the first number that matches the test condition back to us. So the find method accepts a test function, a callback. So this function receives each element sequentially and must return a truthy or fussy evaluation. So you can see that in this my find method. So we call back something that you know run in an async way underground, and when the value is available, it then give us the result. So the search operation is optimized, as you can see. So the moment your testing function returns true, the loop stops instantly. So it doesn't waste any time processing the remaining elements that is not necessarily needed for the satisfaction of your testing function. Now, if you now look at what we have here, what do you think is going to happen if we search for a number that is greater than, let's say, 100 in this array? So let me say 100, and let's see the output. Then you should get an undefined. So if every single element fail your conditional rules test, the find method will gracefully complete its entire journey through the array and return undefined, as you can see on the screen.